Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Pisces. If Pisces is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Okay. And let's see. What do these tea leaves have to say? All right. So our card tonight is adjustment / justice / truth. Okay. And so this card has a lot to do with consciousness, seeking responsibility, coming into a place of responsibility, law, order, harmony through mastery of your reality. Okay? And let's see. And so, yeah, let's kind of get started here. Okay. Well, I want to look at this one first. This one looks like a kind of almost like a primordial goddess figure. It reminds me of a mound, kind of a mound, natural goddess, an elemental goddess, probably an earthen goddess, right? So a place of great wisdom, fertility, and I'm sorry, the cat is over there scratching it up. Being, obviously, because it's earthen, very grounded, okay? And just a sense of deep stability and the ability to manifest, okay? As you can think of, right? Come along with me in this. Planting a seed into the ground and watering it and manifesting whatever that might be. And the cat agrees with me. Okay, so I feel that there is a sense of coming to a place of clarity, of deep wisdom, of understanding, and kind of this coming to terms with the fact that something has to change. Okay, and I say that because I see this, we turn the same formation on its side and we have a horse, okay, and it looks like it has a cart. Okay, a person kind of sitting here. It is in movement. You can see the little leg is kind of bent. It is moving forward, and behind it, it looks like a house. Okay, here's the home, like a child's house, a drawing, right? And here's the roof. And so, to me, this says there's kind of maybe a change in living situation. Okay, maybe you're moving, maybe somebody is moving out of your home, maybe you are helping with somebody that is going to be moving, somebody moving out, whatever it is, something is changing. The configuration is not going to remain the same. And I think that this is something that you have known might happen for a while, and maybe you have been working towards, buying a home or moving to a new city, moving in with somebody, or maybe, this is kind of the dissolution of a relationship and somebody's moving out, maybe your kid's moving out. You know, it could be so many things. But what is important here is that I think you've come to terms with the fact that this is going to be happening. I feel that you have had an active role in this happening. I don't think that this is something that kind of happened to you or snuck up on you. Come on, come down. Say hi. Oh, goodness. Come on down. Come to my lap, mister. Thank you for coming and saying hello. All right, buddy. Thank you. Okay. And so I think that there is a sense of perceived control here. This isn't something that, you know, like, God forbid, you know, like a foreclosure or an eviction or getting kicked out or something like that. I don't think that that is what is happening. But I do think that there is a focus on, you know, with the adjustment card, a focus on the legal aspects, maybe contracts, mortgage, loans, these kinds of things. I think there needs to be, and of course, you know this, there needs to be a lot of planning, looking at the fine details, making sure that you have everything in order. I think that this is probably something that you're in charge of. You're the one that's kind of, you know, getting all the things in order, getting all of your ducks in a row. I think that you probably, you know, of course, hopefully you're able to delegate tasks to other people, but I think that you're like the main household person that is taking care of this stuff. And maybe it's just you moving or, you know, whatever. So I think that, you know, the energy here is just really about being, you know, on point with this, not letting things get away from you, not procrastinating, making sure that you follow through with all the things that you need to, just so you can avoid any kind of, you know, surprise thing or, you know, definitely, hopefully avoid any kind of disaster. We all know that moving, buying a home, you know, signing a new lease or whatever it is can be stressful. So, you know, being that person that like makes a calendar, plans out all the things you need to get done, goes down the list, maybe isn't your normal kind of procedure, but I think in a situation like this, it really helps alleviate a lot of the worries, okay? And minimizes the things that will go wrong, because something always goes wrong when you're moving, okay? Or somebody else is moving. The other part of this that I wonder is if this is somebody within your family who is maybe older, who needs help. Maybe they are being moved somewhere and they're not happy about it. There's a lot of stress around this. You've been put in charge of managing them a little bit. And those kinds of situations can be very difficult as well. Navigating the legality stuff with that, all of the, you know, details, that can be difficult as well, especially with somebody who doesn't want to go, right? Or doesn't want to have to move in with you or leave their home that they've lived in for a long time. All these things can be really heartbreaking and difficult. So I think on top of everything here, and let's just kind of turn this, and I'm seeing a person here, okay, and another person here who kind of is reaching up into this kind of metaphysical divine zone. And this makes me believe that reaching out to somebody or being around somebody who has just a deep spiritual connection with the universe, maybe they are, a minister, a priest, a nun, some kind of healer, a life coach, or even a psychologist, a psychotherapist, whatever it is. Somebody who you feel like you can talk to, somebody who you feel safe with, somebody who, just really can help you put some of the stressors into a place of ease. Okay. Also, just talking through things so that you can kind of work out some of the worries that you might be having. I think that this is really an important thing for you to kind of make use of. Those support people in your life, the people that you are drawn to when things get difficult. Right? And so I think that, this is the perfect time to go and kind of seek some kind of guidance or, fellowship of some kind, being among people who are understanding, people who, are in a configuration where they want to help one another do better, right? And not feeding into that stress, making things harder. So I think that that's something, maybe you feel like I don't have time for that. It's just another thing to put on my list. But I think it's important to prioritize being able to communicate when we're feeling overwhelmed, communicate when we feel like we don't know what to do, or you feel guilty, or, just you don't know exactly how does this thing work, right? How do I do this? How do I, whatever it is. I mean, how do I get insurance for my house or whatever? And somebody who knows, and you need to talk it through with them, right? Sometimes it just, that little bit of help, I mean, it really goes a long way. Just feeling heard and being able to be with somebody who knows kind of the ropes, right? Okay, there we go. So anyways, this is my last reading of the night. So the cats are like, okay, Mom, it's time to go to bed. It's getting late. All right. So we have also this kind of really pretty, it reminds me of like almost like a cave painting of maybe like a deer of some kind. And this one kind of almost looks like a possum with the long nose and the tail. And so anyways, I feel like we have these, although the deer isn't necessarily nocturnal, they are kind of nocturnal, I guess. They are out there in the night doing things. We've all seen videos and pictures of them. And unfortunately, hopefully you haven't encountered them on a dark road one night while you're driving. But I feel like there's a lot of peace in the night for you. You might even be somebody who is kind of a night owl. I think to make use of this time is perfect. When things are quiet, when you have time to think, hopefully you are not anxious and, kind of going through those obsessive loops of, oh, do I get this done? I get this done. That's, I think, when you can employ these kinds of, getting the calendar out, writing down, what can I do on these days? What tasks can be done? And also, I think that journaling is very helpful. in times of transition. I think that doing things like making a special object, right? Or finding some kind of object to bless your new space. This is helpful. It might sound silly, but these kinds of acts of ritual are important. They definitely unlock a feeling of control, but also being very much a part of and alive within a any kind of situation or ordeal, right? For us to kind of play these ordeals out on a level that is symbolic is very helpful. Okay, so I think if you can find something that you would like to place in your new space, or if you have somebody coming into your home, or, you know, departing from your home, really just marking this sacred event with an object, I think, you know, it can be very empowering. Okay, and then, you know, we have a bee right here, and of course the busy bee, but I think that it's important to remember that we need to take care of ourselves even when we have so many things going on. Doing that self-care stuff, making sure we are, even if you are a night owl, sleeping enough, drinking enough fluids, eating well, doing intentional movement, right? Trying to abide routines as much as we can. And you know, when something is changing, like somebody moving or dealing with housing situations with other people, this can be very disruptive to our routines. So where we can keep the things that we do that are helpful for us, you know, it's important to try to continue to abide those things. Okay, so a lot of emotions, a lot of residue of emotions on this one. I feel like, you know, I really am under the impression that this is going to be happy movement. But I feel like it has been difficult for you. I feel like you have such an attachment to where you have been, that this kind of shift in configuration is very jarring in some ways, even though you have kind of been slowly preparing for it. And I imagine doing a lot of the things to get ready for it. But there's still this kind of sharp pain of almost loss, right? The end of an era, maybe. And, you know, I think this is, again, I can't reiterate enough how important it is for you to kind of be able to express how you're feeling. If you feel like you can't totally do that with another person, like I said, the journaling, the writing, finding objects to kind of be symbolic for how you're feeling, and, you know, marking the little parts of this journey that you are going through right now. All of that stuff can be so helpful. Okay. All right. So I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it's helping the channel get into the algorithm, and we know the algorithm kind of rules everything. So any kind of engagement, if it is liking the video, sharing the video, watching the video all the way through, if you haven't subscribed, think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. The next Pisces should be in about a week, maybe a little less. Between now and then, you can watch your other placements, your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising, your Venus, You can do some cross-watching. If you don't know what that is, that's when you watch readings for your loved ones, your significant other, your children, and so on. Other than that, if you want to leave a comment, I read all of them. It might take me a day or two to get back. We've been so busy these last days. This summer, summers really get just really, really, really complex when you have young kids. So just, so many activities going on. I try to get through every single one every day, but sometimes they're just kind of building up a little bit. So I'm almost there. I've almost completely got through the list of the comments, and I honestly just appreciate them so much. And as I read them, it just really fills my heart with so much love and appreciation, and just kind of feeling truly like a community here. And it really makes it all worth it. So again, I want to thank you, and we will talk in just a few days.